So I don't know what's going on over at ESPN, guys, but it seems like there might just be something on the onset water, especially when it comes to one of their more popular shows, The Jump. First of all, you had my man Paul Pierce, who was working for ESPN. He goes on Instagram Live, he's wilding out. They immediately fire him, okay? That wasn't a good look. And then you have my man Scottie Pippen, who was on The Jump for the last couple of years, and he's been going out sad too. He's been having some crazy lukewarm takes. He's been pretty much just talking out of his ass lately about what happened between him and Michael Jordan, and how he feels about some of the current players in the game, and the amount of respect that he gets as an individual. So Scottie's been wildin', and now to complete the trifecta, we got Rachel Nichols over here, who I thought was pretty much untouchable, okay? I thought the NBA community kind of liked Rachel Nichols. I mean, I'm not saying she was a Doris Burke or anything like that, but I knew she was better than someone like Molly. And for those of you that don't really understand, Rachel is pretty much the top NBA reporter when it comes to women. And with the NBA Finals coming up, some audio actually leaked from last year's NBA Finals, at least if this date is right here, where Rachel talks about one of her contemporaries, Maria Taylor, who is a black woman, pretty much just getting a whole lot of love during last year's NBA Finals, and it almost seemed like they were kind of prepping her to take over Rachel Nichols' job, at least in her eyes. Keep in mind, this was a recording of a private conversation, and Rachel ends up alluding to the fact that she thinks that Maria Taylor is only getting this promotion because of the color of her skin and all of the affirmative action stuff going on right now. I'm gonna run the clip and then we're gonna do some further investigation.
They said to me, hey, instead of hosting the NBA Finals, why don't you do Doris's silent reporter job for the NBA Finals? Because guess what that would clear the way for? For Maria to do the hosting for her. Yeah. So, I have declined. I don't know what their next move is, but they are feeling pressure because of all of that. And,
yeah, so at that time, she's probably alluding to, the Black Lives Matter and all the stuff that was going on in this country, at this time last year. And she's saying that she thinks ESPN felt pressured to put Maria Taylor out there on the front line to kind of play the ally, to kind of say, yeah, we're here with you. I mean, why wouldn't ESPN do something like that? Why wouldn't ESPN stand in celebrity with black people when most professional athletes are indeed black? And I do kind of get her discrepancy, but let's also remember, Rachel Nichols herself was also a product of affirmative action. They didn't feel like there was enough women in the ESPN studios, enough women sports analysts, and so they wanted to change that, okay? They wanted to bring women in, not to really take anything away from her. She's actually done a pretty good job during this time.
I'm trying to figure out, how to just, my thing is that I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football, she covers basketball. If you need to give her more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your crappy one-time record on diversity, which, by the way, I myself, know personally from the female side of it, go for it. Just, find it somewhere else. You're not going to find it with me.
Yeah, so pretty much what was going on there was that Rachel Nichols was feeling really insecure about her job. And to be honest, guys, maybe at that time I could see, Maria Taylor being propelled up as a race thing, with everything going on in the country. But if I'm looking at this from a more objective point of view, I honestly think Rachel Nichols is really just getting old. I mean, it might sound kind of bad, but from a marketing perspective, who would you rather have? This young, beautiful woman or this aging old personality? To me, at some point, if you're truly a great one, you understand kind of when your time has come and gone, and you make room and help that next person that's coming up to take your position. But all in all, I really didn't think she said that many out-of-pocket things here. Keep in mind, guys, this was supposed to be a private conversation. To me, if you're someone of importance at this point, you better be moving like a high-level drug dealer. Anyone could have that wire. Anyone could be recording a phone conversation. You gotta protect your ass. And ESPN has actually made Rachel Nichols already apologize. Let's check that out real quick.
So the first thing they teach you in journalism school is don't be the story.
Yep.
And I don't plan to break that rule today or distract from a fantastic finals. But I also don't want to let this moment pass without saying how much I respect, how much I value our colleagues here at ESPN, how deeply, deeply sorry I am for disappointing those I hurt, particularly Maria Taylor, and how grateful I am to be part of this outstanding team.
Yeah, so Rachel, you pretty much got caught in 4K audio. And this is apparently actually going to be the woman replacing Rachel Nichols. Another young black woman, okay? If it's not more of a slap in the face to her, I really don't know what is. I mean, I won't lie, she's looking way better than Rachel Nichols. So do I think this was an overreaction by ESPN to pretty much take her off the reporting staff for this NBA Finals? Honestly, no, not really, because in this current climate, if they didn't do that, they would have got a lot of negative press, especially after they fired Paul Pierce instantly after his little Instagram live debacle. I do think that what she said was misguided and that she's scared that she's aging in an industry where it's good to be pretty if you're a woman. But there's a little side story that I almost find even more interesting regarding Rachel Nichols. So I'm sure as a lot of you guys remember last year, it was COVID time. And so in order for them to have the NBA Finals and for everyone to remain COVID free, they created that bubble at the Walt Disney Resort where only a certain amount of people were allowed to both come in and go out. And of course, the reporters were on site living there with the players. Let me just read this statement and then show you a little video, and we're gonna kind of try to piece this all together. Remember, this is all alleged information, okay? During last week's mandatory quarantine period, upon arrival at the Walt Disney World Resort, Butler was visited by a security guard who was investigating a disturbance complaint related to a thumping noise at the Miami Heat's hotel, and at the time they say that it just sounded like crazy, like something was thumping like a motherfucker. Butler, reportedly drenched in sweat and in full practice apparel when he opened the door, had apparently been dribbling a basketball throughout his room. I don't know if I'm buying that, okay? If you want to go dribble the ball, why are you going to do it in your room? So now people are alluding to this idea that Jimmy Butler and Rachel Nichols actually got physical during that time in the bubble. And they're actually citing this interview as evidence, okay? Rachel's one-on-one with Jimmy Butler. This was recorded last year during the NBA Finals.
I mean, the same thing, a high level of competition. I keep it at that for now. And keep it at basketball.
Y'all see that smirk?
I know that I have.
First of all, look at Jimmy right there, right? And look at the way she reacts to him saying a very high level of competition. Are you sure you didn't mean in the bedroom, Jim Bone? I mean, hey, it's alleged information, but I know that look. That pussy turned Jimmy Butler into a Game 7 Michael Jordan during that last NBA Finals, okay? I don't know, I just think it's wild. I think if there's any moral to this story, like I said, you have to move very carefully nowadays. You never know who's recording something, whether that be in real life or over the phone. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is, guys, that Rachel really did fuck up. You shouldn't just be talking about this so loosely to your colleagues. This is some more like pillow talk stuff you were saying here. Obviously with someone that couldn't be trusted if they're recording this shit. And really, I do not think this was about race. You're really just not the flavor of the week. And now she's gonna be losing a lot of money and a lot of respect, all for a recorded phone call. So let me know how you guys feel about that down below. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today and subscribing. As y'all know, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and I'm out. Peace!